Hey, Jake, are you at the airport yet?
Yep, I've been here 30 minutes already. Security was fast for once, so now I'm just wandering the terminal like a lost soul.
Okay, cool. I just got on the subway. I finally escaped the office. I should make it well before check-in closes.
I still can't believe they made you come in on the actual morning of our honeymoon. That's cold.
Tell me about it. I was one passive-aggressive comment away from flipping a desk.
What even happened? Wasn't everything already handed off?
It was. But the guy taking over my accounts landed in the ER last night. Appendicitis, of course.
Oh, come on. That's just unfair. Can't blame the guy, but seriously, today?
Right. My manager cornered me and begged. He said I was the only one who could smooth it over with the client.
And of course you said yes.
Look, I panicked, okay? I felt guilty.
You're a saint. I would have walked out humming the wedding march.
That's because you've got main character energy. I'm just trying to survive corporate America.
Well, you're married now. Time to start using that honeymoon immunity. Nobody touches you for 2 weeks. Except for me, that is.
Trust me, I haven't forgotten about that part. Thank you again for handling the flight change, by the way. I know it was a pain.
Oh, you mean the hour-long hold music and the customer service rep who said, "I'm afraid not," like it was her mantra?
Was it that bad?
I had to fake cry. I'm not proud of it, but hey, we got new seats. And they're together and not by the toilet.
You fake cried for me?
It was a sacrifice that I had to make.
I owe you cookies and several romantic favors.
I would gladly trade the former for the latter, by the way.
Okay, train's moving again. I'll be there in 25. Don't buy all the snacks before I get there.
No promises, but I'll wait at the entrance once you text. We're finally doing this!
I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else. Jake, my precious little angel, I finally found you! You're at the airport, aren't you? Your neighbor, the older lady with the ridiculous yappy little dog, told me everything. You're going on your honeymoon today. How could you not tell your own mother?
Are you kidding me right now? You asked the neighbors? You actually went behind my back and dug up our plans from someone we barely know?
Oh, don't turn this around on me. You're the one who kept secrets. You cut me off, ignored my calls, and now I find out secondhand that you're flying out of the country with her? That manipulative girl?
I stopped seeing you for a reason, Mom. You made it impossible to have a relationship with you. You never respected boundaries, and you never respected Annie. That's not something I can keep overlooking.
She's the reason you hate me. I know she is. She has twisted everything. She poisoned you against me with those sad eyes and sweet words. But I know what's really going on. I can see her for what she is.
What are you even saying? She's never done anything to you. And you've hated her from the moment you found out she was raised by a single mom. That's it. That was all it took for you to write her off as garbage.
Because I know what that kind of upbringing does. It breeds liars. It breeds opportunists. Her mother was probably some shameless adulteress who got caught, and now her daughter's trying to sink her claws into someone decent. My dear son.
Her father died of cancer. He was a kind man and a devoted husband. Her mom raised her alone because she had no choice. And I've told you this more times than I can count.
And I still don't believe it. That's the difference between us. I trust my instincts, not some carefully rehearsed sob story. I asked for proof and she handed me that phony-looking death certificate. You really expect me to believe that wasn't doctored?
It was official, Mom. It had the county clerk's seal and everything. You're so convinced she's evil that you threw it across the room and called it a forgery.
And I stand by it. Anyone with a printer and a little Photoshop knowledge could whip that up in an afternoon. You're being played, Jake. She's using you.
No, Mom. You're the one who's using me. You've always used guilt and fear to keep me close, but it doesn't work anymore. I married Annie because I wanted to, because I love her. And I'm not going to keep justifying that to you.
Love? You think that's love? Real love is what I've given you since the day you were born. I sacrificed everything for you. My youth, my freedom, my entire future. You owe me more than some hollow ceremony and a woman with a fake past.
I don't owe you my life. I don't owe you control over my marriage. You raised me, yes, but that doesn't give you the right to dominate me forever.
Then what's left for me, huh? You're all I have. Without you, I'm nothing. Just some discarded old woman in an empty house. That's what you want?
What I want is peace, and I can't have that if you keep trying to tear down the person I chose to share my life with.
Then I'm coming to the airport. I'm going to pull you out of this madness, even if I have to scream your name in front of every passenger there. You're not leaving me behind, Jake. I won't allow it.
For the last time, Mom, leave me alone! Annie, listen carefully. Don't come inside the terminal. Not yet.
What? Why? I'm almost there. What's going on?
My mom found out about the trip. She's in a taxi headed here. She's planning to confront us.
Wait, how did she even know? We didn't tell anyone.
One of the neighbors must have said something. It was probably Mrs. Parker. You told her about the honeymoon when you dropped off that banana bread, right?
Oh no, I mentioned we'd be gone a week. I thought it would help keep the house safe.
Don't worry, you didn't do anything wrong. You were being considerate.
So what do? She's probably pulling up soon.
Avoid the main entrance, circle around, wait somewhere nearby. I'll find a place to lay low until she leaves.
Should I go back home or wait by the departures lot?
Departures lot is better. If she sees you, she'll make a scene. We can't risk that.
This is unbelievable. She really tracked us down over a vacation?
She doesn't see it that way. She sees it as losing control.
You sound calm. Too calm. Should I be worried?
I'm not calm. I'm focused. You're my priority. I'll text when I've confirmed she's come and gone.
Be careful, okay? I don't want her ambushing you either.
Don't worry about me. I won't get caught. I'm gonna lay low here and hide somewhere that I can see the entrance clearly. In the meantime, I'll be working out a plan for how to deal with this.
Jake, I made it! Can you believe my luck? There was a last-minute cancellation and I got the seat. It was fate. I'm guessing you're already in the air by now, sweetie. That's okay, I'll be right behind you. Don't you worry for 1 second. I've got a new plan. A brilliant, motherly plan. I'm going to leave that horrible woman behind. I'll rescue you from that awful, vile, sun-stealing woman and take you home with me. I'll rescue you from her claws once and for all. We'll start fresh, just the two of us, the way it should have been all along. Mama's coming to save you, baby. Just wait. Jake, I just landed. I'm here at Miami International. The plane touched down smoothly and I marched right off to see your face. But where are you? I thought you'd be waiting for me. I looked around the terminal and I don't see you anywhere. Are you still on your flight? Did I beat you here? I'm trying to stay calm, but I don't recognize anything in this place. It's noisy and humid and the signs don't make sense. I don't like this city. You need to come get me, now, and don't bring that woman. I don't want to see her smug little face the second you walk in. She can stay wherever she is. In fact, it would be better if she just disappeared entirely. You and I can handle this trip ourselves. Why waste all that planning? The hotels are booked and the itinerary is set. Everything is ready for a beautiful mother-son getaway. We can take the same tour, eat the same dinners, even pose for the same photos. You don't need her to make memories. You need me. This will be good for us. We'll reconnect just like we used to before she ever came into the picture. So come pick me up. Let her sit in that airport alone. She got in the way of us once. I won't let it happen again. Hurry, sweetheart. I'm waiting.
Well, you're gonna be waiting for a very long time. We're not in Florida, Mom. We're flying overseas. That was never the plan.
What are you talking about? Of course it was Florida. The neighbor told me that herself. She was very clear.
No, she wasn't. She mentioned Florida because that's where she and her husband went on their honeymoon. She's old, Mom. She's got dementia. We'll have a 30-minute conversation with her, and she'll ask how we're doing 4 or 5 times. Sometimes they fill in details of their own life when they're trying to remember something someone else told them.
That's impossible. She told me you were going to Florida. I know what I heard. She looked me in the eye and said you were flying there today.
Again, Mom, I'm telling you, she's a confused old lady. She makes a mean pecan pie, though.
No, I don't believe you. This was deliberate. That woman, that wicked little Annie, she must have put that old hag up to it. She fed her that story so I'd end up in the wrong place.
You really think Annie somehow got Mrs. Parker to lie to you about our destination just to throw you off? She can't even remember what she had for breakfast. How was she supposed to remember that she needed to hide our honeymoon destination?
Don't mock me. It's exactly what she'd do. She knew I'd come after you, so she planted the idea and used that sweet old woman as a pawn.
You're making about as much sense as old Mrs. Parker does on most days.
Oh, I see it now. It's a conspiracy. Annie, that old woman, and probably half the block. They all want me out of your life. They're trying to erase me, Jake.
You erased yourself the moment you made this about control instead of love.
I knew she was poisonous. I just didn't realize she was this manipulative. She's turning everyone against me, even you.
No, you didn't need anyone's help to do that.
You don't get it, Jake. You think this is all a coincidence? That I just magically ended up in the wrong place because of a misunderstanding?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. You heard what you wanted to hear and acted without thinking again.
No, she planned this. That woman's behind it. She must have hired someone. A private investigator or even a surveillance team. She's been watching me. That's how she knew how to trap me.
Are you even listening to yourself? You think we had money to hire some kind of secret spy operation? We're barely done paying for this trip.
Maybe she used your money. You wouldn't even notice if she drained your account slowly. That's what leeches do. They bleed you dry while pretending to care.
We don't even have a joint account. I'd know if someone was tailing you because they'd probably quit out of sheer exhaustion.
I'm serious, Jake. She wants to destroy me, and now she's won. I don't have a hotel, I don't have cash, and I left all my cards at home in the rush. I used everything I had just to get here. Even the taxi drained what little I had left.
Then why on earth would you get on a plane with no plan and no backup?
Because I thought you'd be here. I thought you'd understand. I thought if I could just see you, you'd remember who really loves you.
I do remember, Mom. I remember everything. And that's exactly why I'm not coming. Not this time.
Jake, please. I need you. I'm stranded, alone, abandoned.
You abandoned yourself. I warned you. And now you're on your own.
Jake, listen to me. This is your moment. You don't have to go through with that ridiculous trip. Just cancel it. Right now. Come get me instead. Please. Think about it. This is the perfect excuse. Just tell her you're coming to help your mother. She'll throw a fit. She'll scream and threaten. Maybe even leave you right there on the spot. And that's how you'll know. That's how you'll finally see she was never worthy of you. If she really loved you, she'd understand. But she won't, because she doesn't. This is your test, Jake. This is the universe giving you one last chance to do the right thing. I'm stranded, helpless, humiliated, and I need my son.
No, I'm not coming. I'm not canceling anything. I'm not leaving Annie, and I'm not rescuing you from a mess you created.
What?
I'm boarding now. Turning off my phone. Don't text again.
You can't mean that. You don't mean that. You're just upset. You're confused. She has clouded your judgment. Once you see me, once you hold me, everything will snap back into place.
Nothing is snapping back. I've told you, we are done. I already cut ties. This was your final performance, and you've outdone yourself.
Oh, don't do this. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have my money. I don't even have my ID. Jake, please don't leave me here. I'm your mother. I'm your mother. You can't mean it. You can't. Please, I'll do anything. Just come back. Jake? Jake?
We made it. Annie and I boarded that plane, turned off our phones, and watched the storm disappear beneath the clouds. Our honeymoon was everything we hoped for: peaceful, beautiful, and completely free of screaming voicemails. While we were away, Annie's younger brother helped us move out of our apartment. Every box, every belonging, every trace of our presence was gone by nightfall. He even texted me a photo of the empty living room. Meanwhile, my mother, stranded and fuming in Florida, had no choice but to call her own mother. Grandma wired her enough money for a hotel, but not without asking why she'd flown across the country without ID or cash. And once she heard the full story, she told everyone, every cousin, every aunt, every uncle. By the time we got home, my mother was a punchline. She didn't take that well. A few days later, she broke into our now empty apartment in a fit of rage. The landlord wasn't amused. He called the police, and now my mom's being sued for damages. I haven't heard from her since, but I imagine she's alone, resentful, maybe shouting at her walls. And for once, that's not my problem. I gave her years of my life, years of guilt, fear, and emotional gymnastics. This time, she got exactly what she deserved.
Diana, the bathroom light bulb burned out. Go buy a new one. Oh, and while you're at it, grab some flour, a large bottle of sake, and a bulk bag of potatoes. You can get them all at the local supermarket, right?
Alyssa, I'm sorry, but I'm in my final month of pregnancy now.
So?
It's not really safe for me to drive anymore.
Huh? Then walk.
That's even more impossible.
It's not that far to the store, is it? Stop making excuses and just go. Unlike you, I'm busy preparing to welcome Emily back home for her new job. I'm letting you live separately, even though you should be living with us. The least you can do is contribute for once. Now, off you go. Chop, chop.
I'm sorry, but I really can't.
Diana! What do you think you're doing using the supermarket's delivery service? That poor delivery guy showed up at our door carrying all those heavy bags. I was shocked. Explain yourself.
I'm not sure what you mean by explain. All the things you asked for were heavy. I'm in my last month of pregnancy. Carrying them myself would have been impossible.
You should have driven there like I told you.
Perhaps you don't realize since you don't drive, but driving at this stage of pregnancy is dangerous.
Oh, stop being dramatic. When I was pregnant, I still did all the housework myself. You're just spoiling yourself. If you act like this now, you'll never survive raising a child.
Isn't it a mother's duty to protect her body for the sake of her unborn child?
What did you just say?
I'm sorry, but I'm currently at my prenatal checkup. I expect to be called in soon, so I'll have to end this conversation here.
Don't you dare hang up on me. When you get back, I want you to clean the entire house. You can go to your checkup anytime, but the house needs cleaning now. Diana! Diana, are you at home right now?
Good morning, Alyssa. Yes, I'm home.
Good. Then go pick up Emily from the station.
From the station, meaning by car?
Of course by car. It's boiling hot today. She's been traveling with a heavy suitcase. Do you want her walking in this heat for 30 minutes from the station?
There's a bus that goes from the station to here.
Excuse me? Emily's coming all this way back home, and you can't even do this one thing to make her trip easier? Unbelievable!
If I weren't pregnant, of course I'd go. But as I've said repeatedly, I'm in my last month now. Driving is really not an option for me anymore. Please understand.
Stop using your pregnancy as an excuse. You can drive if you really want to. If you don't go pick her up, Emily will be left waiting at the station in this heat. Don't you feel bad for her? If she ends up with heat stroke, it'll be your fault, you hear me?
All right, I understand. Hi, Mom. It's Emily.
Oh, Emily, did you already get to the station?
Yeah, there was a bus leaving soon, so I hopped on it.
Huh? The bus?
Yeah, you know that bus only runs twice an hour, right? But I got lucky. Only had to wait for 5 minutes. So I'll be home in no time.
Oh, I see. All right then. Diana? Hello? Emily just told me she took the bus home. You did go pick her up like I told you to, right? Why haven't I heard a single word from you since? What on earth is going on? When your mother-in-law contacts you, you're supposed to drop everything and respond right away. How many times do I have to tell you that? Diana, where is your reply? Not even marking the messages as read? Honestly, what a useless, hopeless wife you are. You know what? At this point, I might seriously have to start considering divorce. This is completely unacceptable.
Emily?
Hey, Parker. What's up?
Hey, Emily! Long time no see since the coming-of-age ceremony, right?
Yeah, it's been a while. Wait, is this about the class reunion or something?
No time for small talk. I need to get to the point.
Okay.
Diana, she's your brother's wife, right?
Yeah, my sister-in-law. Why? What happened to her?
She was just brought into my hospital by ambulance.
What? What happened to her?
She passed out while driving. She lost consciousness behind the wheel.
Wait, hold on. Diana, she's in her last month of pregnancy, isn't she? Why was she even driving in that condition?
Yeah, I know. Anyway, she's stable now. She's in a room. The doctors took care of her.
And the baby, is the baby okay?
Both are fine. No need to panic.
Well, thank God.
We already called your brother from the hospital, but I heard you're back in town today too, so I figured I'd let you know as well.
Got it. I'm heading to the hospital right now.
Diana, enough already. Answer me. You are absolutely hopeless as a wife. You know that. Listen carefully. I want you at the house right now. Someone needs to knock some sense into you.
Mom? What exactly are you doing to a pregnant woman?
Huh? Emily?
Yeah, it's me, Emily. I saw Diana's phone blowing up with nonstop notifications and figured I'd check. Turns out, every single message was from you.
But why are you the one?
Honestly, it's exhausting just seeing them. So let's switch to my phone, okay? It's getting ridiculous.
Right. Emily, didn't you say you were heading to visit your friend today?
Yeah, that was the plan. But on the way, I got an urgent call from a friend who works as a nurse in the hospital.
The hospital nurse?
Yeah, Diana's been admitted.
Admitted?
She passed out in the driver's seat after pulling over to the side of the road. A passerby called an ambulance.
What?
She told me everything when she woke up. Alyssa, did you seriously make Diana drive while she's in her final month of pregnancy? Just so she could pick me up?
Well, yes, I just thought, with this heat, she should...
And you thought the best solution was to force your pregnant daughter-in-law to drive? Are you even hearing yourself?
But that's what a daughter-in-law is supposed to do.
I never had kids myself, but even I know how dangerous that is. What if something had happened to Diana? What if something had happened to the baby? And all because of me? Do you have any idea how terrifying that is? How sick that makes me feel?
You're overreacting.
Overreacting? Childbirth is life-threatening. It's something where a mother literally risks her life, isn't it? You, of all people, who have gone through it twice, how can you not get that? How could you do this to the woman bringing your grandchild into this world? This isn't just some petty daughter-in-law drama anymore.
I didn't mean...
That's what makes it worse. If you did this without even realizing how cruel you're being, that's even more dangerous.
Emily, please, calm down.
Oh, by the way, Davis is here with me right now.
Davis Is there?
Yeah, and guess what? He feels exactly the same way I do. He said he'll never forgive you either.
No.
I'm going back to the house to grab the suitcase I left, but I'm not staying. I'll take everything from my room and move it all to my friend's place.
Why are you making such a big deal of this?
Because I'm cutting ties with you. What else would I do?
What?
Oh, and don't bother trying to contact Diana again. I've already made sure she blocked you.
No. Oh, this can't be. Emily, what am I supposed to do? Your father, he's told me he wants a divorce.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Davis told Dad everything. All the things you've done to Diana.
No, oh, this can't be.
Dad said if you sign the divorce papers without making a fuss, he'll make sure you're financially supported for a while, so you won't be left high and dry after living as a housewife all these years. He's still being kind, isn't he?
No, divorce, and now Davis and you're cutting me off too? How did it come to this?
There's only one answer to that. You brought it on yourself. I still remember how everything turned upside down in an instant. One moment I was driving, trying to push through another exhausting day. The next, I was collapsing behind the wheel. The stress, the endless emotional strain from the suffocating family politics, the late stages of pregnancy, it all finally caught up to me. I woke up in the sterile white walls of a hospital room, disoriented, overwhelmed by the quiet beeping of monitors, the distant echoes of medical staff. But amidst the chaos of that moment, a miracle arrived. While I was still in the hospital, contractions began without warning. Everything happened so quickly. Before I could even fully process what was going on, my son was born into the world. A healthy, crying, perfect little boy. In that moment, everything else seemed to fade away. All the bitterness, the betrayals, the relentless pressures of dealing with my in-laws, none of it mattered. He was here, he was safe, and despite everything, both of us were healthy. That alone felt like the universe was giving me a second chance. When I was finally discharged, I expected to return to the old house near my husband's family home, the same suffocating space filled with ghosts of arguments and unwanted meddling. But instead, I was greeted with something completely unexpected. The address they took me to was in a completely different city, about an hour away from my husband's old family house. It was a fresh start, a brand new apartment, untouched by the poisonous memories of the past, a place where I could finally breathe. I later learned that during my hospitalization, while I was unconscious and helpless, everything had reached its conclusion. My husband and his father had made the decision I had quietly prayed for, but never dared hope would actually happen. They severed all ties with my mother-in-law. The woman who had made my life a living hell for so long, who constantly belittled me, controlled me, inserted herself into every aspect of our marriage, our finances, even my pregnancy, was finally gone. Apparently, my father-in-law had officially divorced her while I was still in the hospital. There were no dramatic scenes, no desperate pleas for reconciliation. It was cold, decisive, absolute. She was stripped of her title, her position, her influence. Worse yet, both of her children, my husband and his sister, turned their backs on her. They declared they wanted nothing more to do with her. She was cut off entirely. The humiliation was public. Neighbors whispered about her downfall. Old acquaintances avoided her gaze. The woman who used to hold court in the family home, who thrived on controlling others, found herself completely alone. And the cruelest twist? The grandchild she had once pretended to look forward to meeting, the grandchild she bragged about to her friends, even as she scorned me, she would never lay eyes on him. She wasn't even given a photo. It was as if she had been erased from our family tree, her existence nothing more than a bad memory we all desperately wanted to forget. From what I heard, she tried to cling to the few distant relatives she had left, but none of them wanted anything to do with her. Years of arrogance, of lording over others, of treating people like pawns, those bridges were long burned. She had nowhere to go. In the end, she moved into a cramped, suffocating one-room apartment in a run-down part of town. Gone were the fancy kitchens, the designer furniture, the manicured gardens she once obsessed over. Her world was reduced to 4 walls and a stained futon. The lavish lifestyle she had once clung to like a badge of superiority had vanished. Now she lived hand to mouth, barely scraping by on the wages of a part-time job she had no choice but to take at a local supermarket. And even there, the humiliation followed her. Customers whispered, coworkers pitied her. She, who once looked down on people like them, was now among them, lower than them perhaps, for she had fallen from a greater height. It was said that at night she lay alone in that dingy apartment, drowning in regret. She would weep silently into her pillow, haunted by the echoes of a family that no longer existed. There was no one left to lean on, no friends, no children, no spouse. She had gambled everything on control, on status, on pride, and lost. Sometimes I wondered if she deserved even that tiny shred of sympathy. A part of me, the part that had once cried endless nights under her tyranny, felt satisfied knowing that justice had finally been served. But another part of me, perhaps the mother I had become, felt a hollow ache when I thought of her. No one, no matter how cruel, deserved such an empty, loveless ending. But life has a way of balancing the scales. While she was facing her solitary, bitter twilight years, I found myself surrounded by warmth. My husband, once suffocated by the oppressive influence of his mother, had changed. The weight of her manipulation lifted, and he became a different man, gentler, more attentive, more willing to stand by me as an equal, not as someone trying to balance between his wife and his domineering mother. He finally saw me as his true family, the one he vowed to protect. Even his sister, once a passive bystander in their mother's games, found the courage to break free. She moved into an apartment nearby. We weren't exactly best friends, but the old tension between us had dissolved. We were mothers now, both of us, and perhaps that was enough common ground to rebuild something healthier. My father-in-law, freed from a lifetime of emotional abuse, seemed to rediscover himself. He visited often, bringing fresh vegetables, little toys for his grandson. I saw in him a man trying to make up for lost time, for the years he had been a silent accomplice to his wife's cruelty. He apologized often, sometimes too much, but I understood. We were all healing in our own ways. Our new life wasn't luxurious, it wasn't perfect, but it was ours. There were no more surprise visits from the in-laws barging in without notice, no more lectures about how I wasn't raising my son correctly, no more cruel remarks about my cooking, my cleaning, my appearance. I could finally decorate our home the way I wanted. I could cook meals that made us happy, not meals that met some impossible standard set by a bitter old woman. Every night I tucked my son into his crib in a room that felt like a sanctuary, not like a prison. And I would whisper to him about the future, our future, one built not on control, not on appearances, but on love, respect, and honesty. Sometimes I still had nightmares, visions of my mother-in-law barging into our peaceful life, trying to reclaim what she believed was hers. But then I would wake up to the soft breathing of my son, the gentle touch of my husband's hand in mine, and I knew I was safe. She couldn't hurt us anymore. Her kingdom of lies had crumbled, and in its place, we built something real. Even now, when I hear rumors of her pitiful existence, I feel nothing. Not pity, not satisfaction, just emptiness. She was a chapter we had closed, a ghost of a past life I no longer recognized. Perhaps that was the greatest revenge of all. Not that she was left alone, but that we were no longer even needing to think of her. She had made herself irrelevant. The memory of that day, the day everything changed, still haunts me. I had been so exhausted, so physically and emotionally drained by the constant battles and stress, that my body had finally rebelled. I collapsed behind the wheel while driving, a mixture of fatigue and the overwhelming emotional toll that had been building up over the years. Everything felt like too much. My pregnancy, which had been fraught with tension and the strain of familial expectations, became the final breaking point. And thank God that was the case. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story. Hey, Colleen. Good evening. I hope this isn't a bad time. I just wanted to ask you something quickly, if that's okay? Mila! No, not at all. The little one just went to sleep, and I was finally sitting down with some tea, so your timing's actually perfect. What's up? Thank you. I'll be quick, I promise. So, my husband and I are coming up on our 10th wedding anniversary this year. Oh, 10 years already? Wow, that's a milestone. Congrats. Thanks, yeah. We thought it might be nice to get each other something a little special to mark the occasion. Like a ring, maybe. Something we can keep forever. Ooh, a ring? Oh, that's lovely. Going for something simple or something flashier? Well, we were thinking something elegant but meaningful. And actually, that's part of why I'm messaging you. I remember you work at that jewelry store near the station, right? The one with the velvet curtains and the antique chandeliers? Yes, that's the one. Guilty as charged. It's a bit of a niche place, very selective clientele. Not to brag or anything, but yeah, we deal in some rather exquisite pieces. Exactly. That's why I wanted to ask. I actually looked it up online, and the website is so vague about how to make a reservation. It didn't even list a phone number, just said something about referrals only. Is that true? Yes, that's correct. We're a referral-only boutique, mostly private appointments. Some of our clients are kind of, well-known, so we keep things pretty tight-lipped, you know? Wow, well, that makes sense. Honestly, that's part of why I was drawn to it in the first place. Everything looked so tasteful. The pieces just had this presence. It's silly, but ever since I saw one of your posts a while back, I've had my heart set on something from your store. Oh, you saw my post? Oh, that must have been the emerald set we featured last spring. That one sold within 2 days. The client flew in from Spain just to pick it up in person. He said it was well worth the first-class trip, too. Yeah, it sure was stunning. So, I know this is a big ask, but would it be possible for you to introduce me, just to make the reservation? I totally understand if that's not something you can do, of course. Well, I mean, I appreciate you asking so politely, but to be honest, it might be a little tricky. Oh, of course, I get that. Is it because of the store's policy? Partly yes, but also, you and I aren't exactly in the same circle, are we? It's not a personal thing, it's just the way the store operates. The referrals are usually for close contacts. You know how it is. Oh, well, I guess it's your store, so I can't force you to give me a reservation. I understand completely. It was just a thought. We've been saving up for this anniversary for a while, so I thought if I asked, maybe we could work something out. But, oh well, I'll have to look elsewhere. Saving up? I mean, not to sound rude, but are you sure this is the kind of place you want to be shopping at? I'm not sure what you mean. It's just, well, I don't want you to waste your time or be uncomfortable, you know? The clients we serve tend to be, how should I put this, accustomed to a certain standard. Right, I'm not expecting anything over the top, just something nice, meaningful, within our range. Okay, but, sorry, I have to ask, are you sure you and your husband can even afford that kind of purchase? Like, comfortably? Excuse me? Don't get me wrong, I'm just trying to be realistic here. I mean, no offense, but I saw your husband the other day when he was out at the mall. Okay. He was wearing this faded Aloha shirt that looked like it came from a clearance bin at a thrift store. And the jeans? They were absolutely torn to shreds. I thought he was part of a street performance or something. Or perhaps he was part of the streets in general. Okay, and why are you bringing up what my husband was wearing at the mall? Well, image says a lot, doesn't it? Especially when you're trying to step into a luxury space. And I just thought, wow, if that's what he wears in public, maybe finances are tighter than you're letting on. He wears vintage clothes. That's his thing. It's not a reflection of our financial situation. Vintage? Honey, there's vintage. And then there's, I haven't bought a new shirt since 2008. Let's not kid ourselves. You're getting pretty close to being rude now, Colleen. I'm just being honest. Look, it's not personal, but if you showed up at our store dressed like that, or even mentioned being introduced by me, it'd raise eyebrows, and not the good kind. So you're saying we're, what, too poor looking? Well, I mean, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. You have to understand we've worked very hard to cultivate a certain clientele. If someone walks in looking like they glued their outfit together with coupons and hope, it cheapens the entire atmosphere. Wow, yeah, wow's all I've got. And listen, I'm not trying to be mean, but can we be real for a moment? If money's that tight for you two, maybe skip the ring and just give each other something else that's meaningful, like a handwritten card or a nice pack of gum. I can't believe you're talking to me like this. Oh, it's nothing personal, really. I just hate seeing people get in over their heads. The store isn't for, you know, people at the bottom of the social hierarchy. If word got out that I referred you, the assumption would be that you and I are in the same league. That would reflect poorly on me. So you're judging not just me, but everyone I know. Well, the apple doesn't fall far from the clearance rack, does it? Well, I guess that settles it. Thank you for your time, Colleen. I'll look into other stores. I'm sure we'll find something that suits us just fine. Oh, so you're really going through with it. How brave. I mean, sure, there are plenty of other stores. None quite like ours, of course. But I suppose somewhere out there's a jeweler who'll sell you a modest little trinket. That's the plan. Like I said, this was just an idea. I appreciate you responding. Of course. Always happy to be transparent. You know me. Better a little honesty now than disappointment later. Right. Oh, but if you do end up buying something, do send me a photo, won't you? I'd love to see what kind of ring you wind up with. I've always been curious about what the less fortunate portion of society considers special. Since we'll be shopping elsewhere, I don't think it really concerns you anymore. I wouldn't want to trouble you with my less fortunate choice of jewelry. Aw, don't be shy. I'm just trying to be supportive, even if it's something modest. It's the thought that counts, right? And besides, this could be an excellent business opportunity for me. Is that so? Sure, I could use whatever pawn shop relic you end up finding as inspiration to open up a whole new line of jewelry stores aimed at people like you. It would be like a jewelry shop for beautiful people, but everything is made out of plastic. That way, people who think fine dining means a steak bought on a discount at the supermarket could get a taste of real luxury. How generous of you. Anyway, I think I'll leave you to work out this remarkable new business plan by yourself. Good night, Colleen. Going to bed already? Oh, I get it. People in your economic class have to get up early in the morning, don't you? Otherwise, people who actually matter, like me, would have no one to serve us coffee or clean our bathrooms. I said good night. Mila, what's going on with you today? Were you just pretending not to see me just now? I was waving like an idiot in front of the daycare, calling your name. You looked right at me and walked away. So, yeah, do you have anything to say to me? Not in particular, no. I saw you waving, yes, but I didn't feel like acknowledging you, so I didn't. That's all. Wow, seriously? You mean to tell me you're genuinely giving me the cold shoulder like some high school mean girl? Back up. I'm the mean girl? After you insulted my husband, mocked our finances, and spread your vicious lies about us around to anyone within earshot? Oh, come on, that's not what happened. Don't lie, Colleen. I know exactly what happened. You took my request, which I made politely and privately, and turned it into a running joke. You told people I was begging. You called us bottom feeders. You told people we should be putting our money toward having presentable clothing rather than jewelry. Oh, you're still on about that. Mila, it was a joke. You can't honestly be mad about that. A few offhand comments between friends are nothing to throw a hissy fit over. And as for word getting around, that's not my fault either. People talk. I can't control it. Let's make a few things clear. First of all, you didn't just make an offhand comment, Colleen. You decided I was beneath you and went out of your way to humiliate me for even asking about a ring. Then you went to all of your friends and started spreading all sorts of vile gossip about me and my husband. I think you're being way too sensitive. I just said what everyone was thinking. You know how it is. If someone walks into a luxury store and thrift shop clothes, people notice. You don't know anything about us. You made assumptions and treated us like garbage. That's not honesty. It's just cruelty dressed up in pearls. Okay, fine. So I was a little blunt, but can we move past it now? Actually, I meant to ask you something. I noticed something today. Were you wearing a ring? Why, yes, Colleen. Yes, I was. I thought so. I only saw it for a second, but it practically blinded me. That diamond, that wasn't costume jewelry, and the setting, it looked custom. I know jewelry like you know the welfare system. My goodness, you do have very good eyes for jewelry, don't you? If it looked custom, that's because it was custom. Wow. I have to say I'm shocked. No offense, of course. It's just, when I think of you, I don't exactly picture high-end custom diamond rings. Yeah, you made that perfectly clear the last time we spoke. Oh, don't be like that. I'm actually trying to give you a compliment here. Honestly, that ring had presence. Where did you get it? Was it a surprise? Anniversary gift? My husband and I designed it together to celebrate our anniversary. We both got rings, actually, so my husband has one with a similar design. Seriously, you two? Wow. Honestly, good for you. That's bold. So now I have to ask, where on earth did you get that ring, and how much did it set you back? Since you're so curious, we were referred by another friend, not to your store, obviously, a different boutique. One that didn't make a sport out of belittling people who had the audacity to ask for a reservation. Oh, really? Which boutique? I can't think of any that would both custom make a ring like that and let people like you in. It doesn't matter. What matters is we met with a designer, sat down together, discussed stones, cuts, metalwork. We went full custom, and the pair of rings came out to $600,000. 600,000? That's right. For both rings. That's how much a one-of-a-kind, custom-made, high-end ring costs. You should know that. You're joking. That can't be real. You expect me to believe you spent that much? Oh, come on, Mila. I saw your husband's clothes with my own eyes. I could smell the thrift store from across the parking lot. And that right there is your problem. You think you can assess someone's worth from the fabric on their back. Well, excuse me, but when someone's wandering around in torn-up jeans and a wrinkled Aloha shirt from 1985, I don't exactly assume they're rich. That wrinkled Aloha shirt is a vintage button-up made by a team of native Hawaiian designers. It's one of only 4 of its kind. The jeans were hand-dyed and part of a limited production run that was made for the board of directors of a Swiss bank. Collectors would pay over $100,000 for either of those. What? But, it looked like something he pulled out of a donation bin. Because you don't know what you're looking at. You see frayed denim and loud prints and assume cheap. Meanwhile, people who actually know fashion would recognize it in a second. So he's not unemployed? No, Colleen, he's not. He works in international trade, specializing in exports and acquisitions. And when he's not doing that, he manages a rental property he inherited from his grandfather. The mortgage is fully paid, so anything we earn beyond property taxes is pure profit. He could probably quit his job, and that property alone would be able to sustain our current lifestyle. You never mentioned any of this before. Because I don't need to. We don't wear status on our sleeves. And I certainly didn't think I had to justify our income just to ask you for a favor. But you made it sound like you were on a budget. You said you'd been saving. Saving and struggling are not the same thing. We're careful with money, yes. We don't buy to impress strangers. We buy what matters. 600,000? That's more than some people make in a year. What do you mean, some people? We're not talking 1% or even 1% of 1%. How are you so clueless about how people in this country actually live? But setting that aside for a moment, let's have some real talk, shall we? You turned away a client who was ready to drop 6 figures just because her husband didn't look the way you wanted him to. How do you think your clients would feel about that? And if that doesn't do it for you, how do you think social media would feel about that? Okay, calm down, Mila. If I had known, I swear I would have brought you in myself. I mean that. I could have given you a full VIP experience, private vault access, champagne service, whatever you wanted. It's too late for that, Colleen. No, it's not. Just hear me out. I'll waive the appointment fee. I can get you a consultation with our head designer. I'll even offer you internal pricing, just between us. You won't believe the pieces we reserve for elite clients. You already showed me what you reserve for the people you think aren't elite. That told me everything I needed to know. But you didn't give me the full picture. I didn't know your husband was in international trade, or that you had property income, or that you could drop $600,000 on jewelry. Why would any of that matter? Because if I'd known, I wouldn't have... Exactly. You wouldn't have insulted me. You would have smiled wider, talked sweeter, made space for me in your inner circle, because suddenly I'd be worth something. That's what this is about for you, isn't it? Who's worth your time, who isn't? Oh, that's not fair. It's completely fair. You judged me the second you saw my husband's jeans. You didn't ask, you didn't wonder, you just assumed. I made a mistake, okay? A mistake is forgetting someone's name. What you did was deliberate. You ridiculed me and gossiped about my family because you thought we didn't belong in your world. I said I was sorry for that. Yeah, you said that, but are you really? No, you're only saying that you're sorry now that you think I'm valuable. But can't we move past this? We had an unfortunate little mix-up, but we can be friends from now on. I was thinking, how about we throw a little jewelry party? You can invite your friends and your husband's colleagues. I'll bring some of the latest designs we have available, and if anyone's interested, they can buy them on the spot. What do you say, Mila? I say you won't be hearing from us again. And I'll be making sure no one I care about walks into a store where kindness is conditional. Colleen kept trying to reach out even after that. She sent me text messages, waved at me like an idiot, even left small gifts in my mailbox, but I didn't respond to any of them. I hadn't forgotten the way she had mocked me or how quickly she turned my trust into gossip. Word spread, as it always does. Other moms stopped talking to her once it came out that she had been making up all those stories she spread about me. A lot of them came up to me and apologized for even having listened to her gossip, even if they didn't believe it. Her store started losing regulars. A few of her richer friends quietly took their business elsewhere. It's not to the point that she'll go out of business, but I think she'll be changing a few of her policies. Once her husband found out, they both came to my house to apologize. I accepted their apologies, but made it clear there'd be no friendship going forward. People love to judge what they don't understand, but when cruelty becomes your habit, the world has a way of returning the favor.
I can see it very clearly now. You're just getting out of the bath, steam still rising off your skin, silk robe half-tied, and wishing that you had a certain special someone there to help you untie it the rest of the way.
This is my company phone, Kirk. If you have something work-related to say, then say it. Otherwise, I'd like to spend my evening in peace.
Oh, come on, don't act like this is some HR hotline. We're both grown-ups off the clock. We're just having a little chat. There are no rules here, sweetheart.
Actually, the rules don't disappear when the clock hits 6. You're messaging a colleague on a company-issued phone with clearly inappropriate content. I've asked you to stop before. This is your final warning.
God, you're sexy when you're stern. You're always so tight-laced at work. I can tell you're just dying for someone to cut through all that control and show you how it's really done. That's what you need, a man who knows how to take charge. Not some invisible husband you haven't seen in months.
Whatever rumors you've heard about my personal life don't give you the right to speak to me this way.
Rumors? You mean facts? Everyone knows you've been living alone. 2 months without your husband? That's a lifetime in married woman years. Don't tell me you haven't felt it, that itch. The kind that creeps up late at night when the bed feels too big and empty.
I will not dignify that with a response. You're clearly trying to provoke me, and I won't engage. But let me be absolutely clear. If this continues, I'll escalate it through the proper channels.
Proper channels? What are you gonna do, tell HR that I paid you a compliment? You think they'll care? They'll laugh behind your back. You're not some naive intern, Olivia. You're a full-grown woman. You know how this works.
Yes, I do. I know exactly how predators like you operate. You fish for cracks in people's lives, tell yourself you're doing them a favor, and then blame them when they say no. You think it's confidence, but it's just cowardice in disguise.
Cowardice? Nah, what I'm doing takes balls. Most guys wouldn't dare talk to you like this. They tiptoe, bow their heads, and keep their fantasies to themselves. Not me. I say what everyone else is thinking. You're the type of woman who walks around like she doesn't need anyone. But deep down, you're dying for someone to put you in your place.
Deep down, I am sick of the way you've been speaking to me lately. All I'm dying for is the ability to do my job without being harassed by a man who confuses entitlement with charm. If you say one more thing like this, I won't just report it. I'll make sure every word gets copied and submitted.
You really think this little HR game of yours is gonna work? Come on! You want me to stop? Say it with some conviction. Not that rehearsed respect my boundaries line you throw at everyone who threatens your little ice queen routine.
This isn't a routine. This is who I am. A woman who shows up, does her job, and expects to be treated like a colleague, not a conquest.
You can keep playing the frigid act, but I know what's underneath. That mask doesn't fool me. It never does. You'll cave. You always do. Cold ones like you, the moment someone really touches you, you melt like butter. And I've got the heat for it.
I wouldn't let you within 10 feet of me, not in this life or any other. You're not a man. You're a warning sign.
Whatever you say, but just remember, when that loneliness creeps in and the silence gets too loud, you'll be thinking about this conversation, and you'll wish you'd taken me up on the offer.
I won't, and for your sake, I hope this message is the last of its kind. Next time, there won't be a warning, just consequences.
Just your consequences, boundaries, HR, whatever makes you feel righteous. But I've been around long enough to know that sooner or later you'll break. And when you do, I'll be waiting. Hey, where did you go? Did you forget our little plan? I promised I'd give you a ride tonight, if you know what I'm saying. I've been waiting in the parking garage for you for 20 minutes.
Plan? There was no plan. I never agreed to meet you. I finished work early and got a ride from a colleague.
Wow, you just ditched me after everything? You don't even have the decency to tell me you're leaving? That's cold, even for you.
No, what's cold is you lurking around the underground garage trying to corner me. This is not the first time you've done this, and it's not okay. I want you to stop waiting around for me. Stop watching me.
Watching you? Are you serious? I'm not some creep with binoculars. I was just being considerate. I thought maybe you needed a little help getting home. God forbid someone look out for you.
Don't frame it like you're being generous. You're waiting around multiple times a week without my consent. You've followed me through the halls. You've loitered by the elevators. It's not helpful. It's invasive. It's harassment.
You really think I'm stalking you? Wow, this is some way to repay me for being available. I've been making sure that you're not alone, that you're safe, and you throw that in my face?
Safe from what exactly? Because right now you're the one making me feel unsafe. The fact that I have to explain this to you at all is exhausting. I am telling you directly, stop.
Okay, I love the hard-to-get act, but you're starting to overdo it. We've got a real connection, I know, but it's high time you started admitting it.
We have never had any sort of connection. You twisted professional courtesy into something it never was. I've been clear from the beginning that I wanted you to stop harassing me, and now I'm done being polite.
So that's it? You're gonna run to HR now? File some dramatic complaint and act like the poor victim? You think that's gonna end well for you?
If I need to report this to compliance, I will. And yes, I absolutely believe it will end well for me. Because unlike you, I have documentation.
You really don't want to go down that road, Olivia. That's a two-edged blade, you know. Sure, you could take it upstairs, but what if something comes back down on you?
Are you threatening me?
I'm saying maybe you're not as squeaky clean as you like to pretend. Maybe I know things. Things you wouldn't want dragged into daylight.
If you're trying to blackmail me, you're worse than I thought. I have done nothing wrong. I have nothing to hide and nothing you could possibly expose.
You sure about that? You don't think people would be interested in where you've been going after work lately? Who you've been meeting?
Whatever lies you think you've pieced together don't scare me. You have no idea what you're doing and you're in way over your head.
Maybe, or maybe I know more than you think. Enough to make a real mess of your nice little reputation. Enough to make people ask questions you really don't want them asking.
Then by all means try it. Because if you so much as whisper one more word about me behind my back, then HR is going to be the least of your problems.
Oh no, are you gonna sue me? Good luck with that. Newsflash, flirting isn't illegal.
You'll find out soon that there are some things that are much scarier than the legal system. Ray, I'm sorry for the late message. I know it's past midnight.
You know you can message me any time of day. I'll be there. What's wrong? Are you okay?
I'm at my sister's place. I couldn't go home tonight. Something happened again. It's Kirk.
Oh no, what did that creeper do this time?
I'm going to send you screenshots of the messages. It's gotten worse. Please, just read them. I don't want to retype everything.
I'm gonna kill him.
Ray.
No, don't stop me. What the hell is this? He's talking to you like you're some kind of plaything, like he owns you. He waited for you in the garage? He followed you?
He's been doing this for weeks. I kept hoping it would fizzle out. It started with disgusting jokes and turned into waiting around, sending messages at night, and now he's saying things like, "I know more than you think, and you'll come around."
My God in heaven. He's clearly lost his grip on reality if he thinks any of this is acceptable.
I didn't want to dump this on you during your rotation. I know how much pressure you're under right now. I thought if I stayed quiet, he'd eventually move on.
You should have told me the minute it started. You're my wife. No job, no trip, no project is more important than your safety. I wasn't there, and he took advantage of that. He thought you were alone.
That's exactly it. I think he targeted me because I've been living alone while you've been away. He's been circling like a vulture. He thinks I'm vulnerable.
He's got it backwards. He's the one who's vulnerable now. I swear to God, if I was in that office right now, I'd be dragging him out by the collar. He thinks he can bully you into silence. He's out of his damn mind.
I'm not staying silent anymore. I've already scheduled a meeting with the compliance officer for tomorrow afternoon. I've submitted the messages, outlined everything, and I talked to our department head. He's promised to be in the room when I report.
Good! That's good! And I'm getting on the phone with my supervisor the second the sun comes up. I don't care if I have to threaten to quit. I'm coming home. This ends now.
Are you sure? I know this assignment has been important for you. You don't have to drop everything because of this.
Yes, I do. I should have dropped everything the second that bastard looked at you wrong. He's been harassing my wife for weeks, and I've been sitting out here smiling at training reviews like an idiot. That ends tomorrow.
Well, just hearing you say that makes me feel like I can breathe again. I've been holding it all in. I didn't want to be dramatic or emotional, but I've been scared, Ray. I really have.
You don't have to carry this alone anymore. I don't care what it costs me. I'm gonna be right there beside you. And if Kirk so much as breathes in your direction again, he won't just be facing HR, he'll be facing me.
Thank you. Really, I just needed to know someone was on my side. I needed to feel like I wasn't crazy for being scared.
You're not crazy, and you're definitely not overreacting. You were targeted, and now we're gonna make damn sure he pays for it. Hey, where'd you disappear to? Your desk's been empty all morning. Kinda hard to focus without my favorite view.
I'm currently away from my desk with prior approval. If you need something work-related, please go through the proper channel.
Relax, I'm not filing a report. Just saying, my daily dose of motivation is missing. It's tough out here with nothing pleasant to look at.
Again, I'm not available right now. Please refrain from contacting me unless it's urgent and professional.
Okay, but you know, I just noticed the boss isn't around today either. Which means we've got a little breathing room, don't we?
What are you talking about?
It means I can finally say what I've been holding back. No more dancing around it. No more subtle hints. Let's stop pretending, Olivia. You've been aching for this as much as I have.
What on earth are you trying to say?
I'm saying tonight's the night. My wife's out of town, which means no interruptions, no excuses. Just you and me, one-on-one, no distractions. I've got a bed, a stocked bar, and enough stamina to keep you up past sunrise.
Yuck. I'm having a hard time getting angry at that. It's just gross.
What, too forward? I figured we were past the flirting phase by now. Come on, don't act like you haven't imagined it. The tension's been building for weeks. I know you feel it too.
What I feel is disgust and an overwhelming urge to see you thrown in jail. What you just said wasn't a joke or a compliment, it was filth. And you're delusional if you think I've ever wanted anything from you.
There it is, fire at last. See, I knew there was something under all of that cold. You wouldn't get this worked up if I didn't hit a nerve.
You didn't hit a nerve. You confirmed everything I suspected, that you're a vulgar, predatory man with no concept of decency or restraint.
Oh, please, you say that now, but it's always the ones who talk like this that end up screaming my name later. You think I haven't seen it before?
You've seen a lot of things, I'm sure, but not me, not tonight, not ever. Keep talking, Kirk. Every message makes this easier to report.
Report what? That I asked a woman out? You really think they're gonna drag me into a tribunal because I offered a little after-hours comfort? And in case you forgot, I know all about your little secret. You don't want your husband to find out, do ya?
I wasn't planning to say anything until I'd filed the formal complaint, but since you're so convinced I've been sneaking around behind my husband's back, maybe it's time you heard the truth.
Oh, what truth? That you've been enjoying the attention this whole time? That you're not as innocent as you act?
No, that I'm 4 months pregnant.
What?
Yes, 4 months along, and just to spare you the mental gymnastics, it's my husband's child.
That's impossible! Everyone said that you two were living apart!
We are, temporarily. My husband's been assigned to a leadership training program out of town. It's work-related. He comes home when he can, which isn't often, but we talk every day. We're not separated. We're married, and happily so. I didn't realize I needed to broadcast that just to keep predators like you at bay.
No, you're lying. You're just trying to cover your tracks. That kid isn't his. It can't be. You've been going in and out of some guy's apartment building every other day. Don't play dumb. I've seen you.
You've been watching me?
I just happened to notice, and when something looks shady, I pay attention. So, don't try to flip this on me. I saw you more than once walking into that building near the station. You think I don't know what's going on?
Yes, I've been going there, and I'll tell you exactly who lives in that apartment. My father.
What?
My father lives there. He's widowed. He lost my mother last year. He has a chronic illness and lives alone. I go there to check on him, bring groceries, and make sure he takes his medication, drive him to appointments when needed. That's the big scandal you've been building up in your head.
You're kidding!
No, I'm not, and frankly, I'm appalled that you thought tailing me and drawing conclusions from a doorway made you some kind of genius. You didn't uncover an affair, you just proved how obsessed and invasive you've become.
But you never mentioned any of this before!
Because it wasn't your business. You're a coworker, not my confidant. The fact that you thought otherwise is exactly the problem.
You could have said something!
I owe you nothing. Not an explanation, not a warning, not a damn thing. You thought you had leverage, you thought you were catching me in some lie, and all you've really done is expose just how deep your delusions run. Is there a problem, Kirk? With a daughter caring for her elderly father? Oh, and since you seem so eager to know every detail of my life, let me clarify something else. About my husband, you actually know him.
What are you talking about?
Ray, from your department? You've worked with him for months. You've probably made small talk about vending machine coffee. That's him. That's my husband.
Wait, Ray? No way. He's your husband?
Indeed he is. And if you had spent more time doing your job and less time inventing fantasies, you might have realized that before now.
Holy, oh my God, Ray? The guy who deadlifts cars for fun? That Ray?
The very one, amateur bodybuilder, weekend MMA hobbyist. Above all that, he's a consummately traditional man, a trait that shows up the strongest when someone messes with his wife.
You've got to be kidding me. Why didn't you say anything earlier? You should have said something.
I don't owe you my biography, Kirk, and besides, it wouldn't have mattered. You didn't listen when I asked you to stop. You wouldn't have listened to that either.
Okay, look, this is all just a big misunderstanding. Just tell him I didn't mean any of it. I didn't know, all right? I thought you two were in a bad spot. Please, just talk to him. Calm him down.
Do you honestly think anything I say is going to stop him?
Please, I'm begging you. I didn't touch you, I swear. I never touched you. It was just talk. It's just stupid talk.
You really think that matters to him? You think my husband reads those messages and thinks, well, at least it was just words.
Where is he? Is he here? Please tell me he's not.
He ended his rotation early and drove back into town yesterday evening. He should be walking into the building right about now. What's the matter, Kirk? Ray told me you looked like a ghost when he walked in the door. He also said that you screamed like a little girl and then ran and locked yourself in the bathroom.
I didn't scream. I was just surprised, that's all. I didn't expect them back so soon.
No, you didn't, because in your mind, I was some lonely, helpless woman you could chip away at until she caved. Now you're locked in a bathroom stall texting me for mercy. It's actually kind of pathetic.
Look, I get it. I messed up. I let things go too far, all right? But it's not like I'm some monster. I've just been under a lot of pressure.
Pressure?
My wife's pregnant. She's been moody as hell, always complaining, never satisfied. The moment the test came back positive, she basically shut the bedroom door in my face. And then she ran off to her parents' house, left me to deal with everything alone.
So you decided to turn your frustrations into a hobby? You decided you were entitled to someone else's body just because yours wasn't getting attention at home?
It wasn't like that. I'm not saying I was right, okay? But I have needs. I thought you'd understand. You seemed distant, withdrawn. I figured maybe we were in the same boat.
You thought I was fair game. That's what you're trying to say.
You look like someone who needed something. I thought maybe I could give it, that's all.
You know what pregnant women actually need, Kirk? Support, safety, and space to breathe. Their bodies are being torn apart to create life, and you, a husband and father-to-be, couldn't be bothered to show the bare minimum of respect to your own wife. And on top of that, you came sniffing around me like some dog who thought he deserved a reward just for noticing I exist.
You don't have to say it like that!
No, I really do. You need to hear this. What you did is shameful, as a husband, as a father, and as a man. And if you don't take a long, hard look at yourself now, you're going to destroy everything around you, one woman at a time.
Okay, I hear you. I get it. Just, please, can we keep this between us? I'll back off. I swear I'll never say another word to you.
It's a little late for that. Everything has already been submitted to HR and compliance. Every message, every time-stamped screenshot. And yes, both my husband and our department head have seen the entire chain.
Oh, God!
They'll be calling you in soon. If you've got excuses, you can try using them then. See how they land in a conference room with 2 senior managers and a printed copy of your filth sitting on the table.
Please, I didn't mean for any of this to go that far!
You pushed it this far. You chose this. Now you can live with it. If my husband allows you to live, that is. They moved Kirk to a desk with no phone, no clients, and no dignity. He quit before the month was out. Then the stories came. I wasn't the first, just the first who fought back. Several women stepped forward. His wife filed for divorce and sued for emotional damages. I filed for emotional distress and won. The total? Monthly child support, alimony, and multiple settlements. The man who used to brag about handling women now works night shifts, barely scraping by. His name circulates in HR seminars as a cautionary tale. I don't think he ever understood what he did, just that it cost him everything. A fitting future for a man who thought women were his for the taking.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.